Yonder spoilers. Monday 4th reveals that Phyllis is certain that Sharon is guilty, and with unwavering determination, she is ready to execute a plan to corner Sharon. From Sharon's perspective, this action would be like a nightmare, and Phyllis knows it. Nothing pleases Phyllis more than the prospect of Sharon panicking over her accusations. During a tense afternoon at Crimson Lights, Phyllis walks into the bar with a strong, unwavering aura, as if she holds all the truth she has discovered in her hands. Sharon sees Phyllis and looks confused. Just seconds later, Phyllis approaches and does not hesitate to threaten, "I know what you did, Sharon. And I have proof." Sharon looks confused, a barely concealed panic flashing in her eyes. "What the hell are you talking about?" Sharon stuttered, trying to keep her voice calm but unable to hide her anxiety. Phyllis sneered, her eyes filled with contempt. "Don't think I don't know your dirty tricks, Sharon. I know better than anyone that you've tried to frame my son, Daniel." Although Phyllis's words were clear and sharp, there was one thing that made the audience ponder: did Phyllis really have evidence? If she really had evidence, she would have gone straight to the police station to request Sharon's arrest. But Phyllis was cunning and shrewd. She didn't need real evidence to test Sharon. She was playing a psychological game, a mind game that she hoped would make Sharon panic and unintentionally reveal signs of guilt. This was Phyllis's way of setting a trap, gradually leading Sharon to the brink, waiting for her to reveal herself and fall into the trap. Phyllis stood still looking at Sharon, emphasizing each word, "I have evidence, and I will not hesitate to present it when the time is right." Sharon clearly felt the waves of tension rising. Each of Phyllis's words was like a sharp knife stabbing into her mind, making her even more uneasy and confused. With doubts in her heart, Sharon tried to keep her spirits up, but the feeling of unease took over her thoughts. Questions swirled in Sharon's mind. Did Phyllis really have evidence, or was she just making up a plan to push her into a corner? Sharon might try to stay calm, but everyone around her could easily see the anxiety flashing in her eyes. At this moment, Daniel, Phyllis's son, walked in and observed everything from afar. He couldn't ignore the fact that Sharon was agitated, and this only increased Daniel's belief that his mother was right. Previously, Daniel had been hesitant about his mother accusing Sharon. But now, witnessing Sharon's insecurity, he couldn't deny his suspicions. While Daniel watched silently, Phyllis continued to press Sharon with her words. She did not hesitate to add that she would soon present her evidence to the police, not giving Sharon a chance to escape. Sharon, confused and anxious, tried to stay calm and replied, "If you really have evidence, then go to the police immediately." But Phyllis just smiled smugly. She knew that Sharon was trying to control her emotions, but the insecurity in Sharon's words had unintentionally betrayed her. In fact, Phyllis did not necessarily have any real evidence, she was just using psychological attacks to see Sharon's reaction. For Phyllis, this was a smart tactic to expose the crime that Sharon was trying to cover up. The more Daniel watched, the more suspicious he felt about Sharon. In his heart, the details became clearer and more coherent. Previously, he thought his mother was a bit subjective when she hypothesized that Sharon was behind everything, but now, after witnessing Sharon's strange attitude, he realized that Phyllis might be right. Daniel decided to side with his mother and cooperate to find out the truth. The confrontation between Phyllis and Sharon became increasingly tense. Sharon knew that if Phyllis continued to investigate, all of her schemes and plans would be exposed. To get out of this situation, Sharon might have to find a way to fight back, even willing to put Phyllis in a difficult position. However, even if Phyllis intended to bring her evidence to Chance Chancellor, an experienced police officer, she would still have to be cautious. If Phyllis's evidence was not convincing enough, she would achieve nothing but disappointing Chance. Furthermore, Phyllis knew that any mistake in this strategy could be countered by Sharon, turning everything around on her. Regardless, Phyllis was determined not to let Sharon off the hook so easily. She knew Sharon was setting up her son, and so she did not hesitate to use the same tactics to confuse Sharon. Her goal was clear: to force Sharon to come forward and accept responsibility for all the crimes she had committed. In this situation, Sharon must decide whether to take action to defend herself against the accusations or wait until Phyllis reveals some mistake. The psychological battle between Phyllis and Sharon will continue, and both women must be very careful. Sharon, with her experienced personality, will not easily let Phyllis push her, but at the same time, she cannot deny the fear that her secret will soon be exposed. With Daniel on Phyllis' side, this battle is not just a confrontation between two women, but also a multidimensional battle of loyalty, suspicion, and calculated plans. Next, Billy Abbott is at an important crossroads when he decides to meet with Lily Winters to talk. Over the past time, their relationship has fallen into a state of tension and distance. Billy's hasty decisions, impatient attitude, and tactless behavior left Lily with wounds that could not be easily erased. But this time, Billy did not come as someone who wanted to impose his opinions or try to argue, but he came with a sincere desire to heal and repair. When facing Lily, Billy chose to talk directly. He apologized for the pain he had caused, admitting that there were times when he was too selfish, and did not spend enough time and patience with her. His eyes showed remorse and sincerity, making Lily feel confused. Billy admitted, "Lily, I am truly sorry for everything. I cannot change what happened, but I hope I can erase those mistakes and start over with you, if you allow me." However, Lily was not easily convinced. She had experienced too much pain and loss of trust in this relationship, and could not forget everything just because of an apology. Standing before Billy, she did not hesitate to express her thoughts. "Billy, you have hurt me more than once. I do not know if you really want to change, or if you are simply under pressure from someone," Lily said, looking at Billy suspiciously. She did not want to be a victim of another psychological game, and her doubts grew when she thought about Billy's mother, Jill, warning that if Billy and Lily could not resolve their differences, they would lose the opportunity to work together at Abbott Chancellor. Lily remained cautious, suspecting that Billy was just trying to save his career, rather than genuinely wanting to reconcile with her. Her accusations made the atmosphere tense. But Billy, this time, did not get angry or try to refute. He listened quietly, and this surprised Lily. "I am not here because of my mother's ultimatum, Lily," Billy affirmed, his voice calm and steady. "I know I was wrong, and what I want is to make amends." The conversation turns sour as they are forced to confront reality and question the true meaning of their relationship. Lily still feels that there is an ulterior motive behind Billy's apology. This suspicion haunts her, making it difficult for her to trust his sudden change. Does Billy really want to repair the relationship, or is this just an attempt to keep his position within the Abbott Chancellor Corporation? As the two continue their conversation, Billy tries his best to convince Lily that he has changed, that he understands what she has been through and wants a chance to make amends. He does not deny the hurt he has caused her, nor does he try to justify his actions. He wants Lily to see his sincerity and hopes that she will give him another chance. Jill Abbott, determined to push the two to resolve their differences, is standing behind them like an invisible referee. She knows that if Lily and Billy cannot reconcile, they will not be able to become strong candidates for the Abbott Chancellor leadership position. This is something Jill does not want to see, as she has always hoped that they can overcome their personal differences to develop their careers together. After listening to Billy's apology and seeing his new attitude, Lily realizes that she has an important decision to make. Can she let go of old wounds to give Billy and herself a new chance? Or will she choose to keep her distance, not giving Billy the chance to hurt her again? The mixed emotions and doubts that cannot be erased in Lily's heart make her face a difficult decision. Billy and Lily's story is a complex picture of love, trust, and forgiveness. They both face uncomfortable realities, and sometimes what they want doesn't always match what they need. Only time will tell if they can move on and build a healthy relationship, or if they will forever be left with wounds that can never be healed. Subscribe to Yonder for the latest updates on our channel.